Millennial Talk with Mike Glanton, who's running for State Senate District 35. And today we're going to have a big youth involvement talk. And we're going to talk business, we're going to talk politics, real life situations. And we just want your insights on your thoughts for what the state needs, what politics need. So we're going to start with the introduction. Everybody can say their name, they can say their major, what school they go to, and what career they plan to join into. Thank you. You can start first if you want to. Yes. Yeah. Great, buddy.
My name is Morehouse. I'm a sophomore finance major from Detroit, Michigan, and I attend Morehouse College. Good morning. I'm Jamar James. I'm a sophomore from Morehouse College. I'm a finance major at Charlotte. I'm from Charlotte. I'm also well. My name is Jamar James.
Hey, y'all, let's not be shy when speaking to the mic. Take the voice.
How you guys doing? My name is Ronald Johnson. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I'm a sophomore at Blvd University. I'm a Mass Media Arts major.
My name is Terry Bryan. I'm head of security here at Production Factory, advisor for Michael, and also executive protection agent for Michael as well. I went to Jacksonville State University. Did business management and military science.
Hello everybody, my name is Candace. I actually have my associate's in business administration. I went to Westwood College several years ago. I am the campaign manager assistant, and I also work here as the operations manager. Hey, that's me.
I attend Kennesaw, I'm a freshman, and my major is biology. I want to be a veterinarian.
My name is Mario Giz. I'm a sophomore at Glanton University, and I'm a Mass Media Arts major.
How y'all doing? My name is Sean Turner. I'm a sophomore biology major, Spanish minor from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I want to be a cardiovascular surgeon. I attend Morehouse College.
I guess I'll go next or last. Oh yeah, Jordan, you gotta go next too though. So my name is Khalil. I'm a business administration major with a minor in sports management at Clark Atlanta University as well. And I shoot podcasts, videography, and I do photography here at APF. So you can do it.
How y'all doing? I'm Jordan Walls, a sociology major from Detroit, Michigan. I attend Morehouse College, and I also do photography here at Atlanta Production Factory.
How you guys doing? My name is DeWan. I got my own business. I didn't go to school, but I got my business license currently. I do all the things. I got sound, lighting, and that's basically what I do full time. I work at a lot of schools, and I just do this full time. I also do graphic designs and I do photography as well. So I tell myself everything. So yeah, that's about it.
And now we're introducing Mike Glanton Jr.
Good evening, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, my bad. First of all, I want to thank y'all, man. It's a lot of young people appreciate y'all being here first and foremost. Sunday, and you could have been home asleep. But you chose to take a stand and sit down and talk about your future and how I can help you with your future as a person that's running for the Georgia State Legislature. Try to be bold thinking, progressive thinking, and also opening the doors. This is an impromptu conversation, so this is nothing that's structured. You know, I got on these dress slacks and then they roll my sleeves up so that we can let you know it's time to, when you roll your sleeves up, it's time to get out and something, get down to the bottom. So this is very impromptu. It's about you. It ain't about me. It's about what I can do for you. So when we have this conversation, don't be shy. You know, don't be scared. Don't be scared to grab the mic and say something. All y'all had the radio voices anyway, so I heard it out. I even like the fact that, you know, this is also Khalil's first directorial debut for a production or a small thing or anything that he's doing. If you always put a big title on something, then you'll make it the biggest thing in the world. And so, give it up to Khalil. Also, got my cousin Darius on the camera and the one on the side. So what you see is a lot of entrepreneurs or people that are getting moving forward towards getting being contributed to the society that is in front of us. So y'all all told me what y'all do, what y'all about. I'm running for the state senate. This is my second time running for the seat. This office covers Douglas County, Fulton, South Fulton, Palmetto, Fairburn, Union City, Lithia Springs, and Douglas County. It's about 200,000 people that are in this district. 202,000 to be exact. Traditionally, this seat has been elected by 16,000 people. It's 184,000 people that have not had their voice heard. Do you think that was in a case where they were held down? I don't think it was, because we had a Voting Rights Act back in the day that ensured that everybody that was registered and had the right to vote, they would vote. So that's 184,000 people that are disconnected from the district that they live, work, and play in. So one of the reasons why I'm out there running for office is to try to bring a more relatable sense to it and to be able to close the gap on that 184,000 and continue to be able to get more people to vote. And it's all about being real. That's what this conversation is about. So we wanted to take this conversation and we wanted to give y'all a voice, give y'all an opportunity to say what y'all wanted to say, how y'all feel. How many people follow politics? Nobody? Nobody follow politics. So nobody knows who the current president is.
Right.
Biden, y'all know who the current president is, right? Nobody? Okay, everybody. Did y'all know who the first black president was? Barack Obama. You know? By a show of hands, everybody knows the first black president. Everybody, right? It's that guy. Oh, you didn't know? President Obama restored a visual to the presidency that gave a lot of people a chance to look at things and start to see politics. Now, what we did is we paid attention, and then there's another guy that came up right after President Obama, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, you can say what you want about him, but he made politics even more polarizing because people wanted to know what he was going to do next. But the main thing should have been you wondering about your local, state, municipal elections that decide things more immediate for us, like your education, like your economics, like your social life. All those things are regulated by politics. So I challenge everybody after today to make sure that you're paying attention to politics. Because if you ain't, then I heard a lot of people that want to be business people when they get older. At a certain level of business, if you ain't connected politically, you're just doing business. Every year the Georgia legislature convenes from January to April. In those 3 months, 3.5 months, 4 months almost, every major industry in the state of Georgia or the United States of America that want to do business in Georgia are at the Capitol for those 4 months. They are at the Capitol to ensure that their business is successful for the next 9 months. How many of y'all like money? I see y'all hands when I'm fast. You don't like money in Texas, right? You like money, right? You like money? No, you like money. No, you like money. No, you like money. So we all agree that we like money, right? If you wake up and you start a business, you want your business to be successful. So you got to worry about your bottom line. This building that we're in right now is Atlanta Production Factory. I'm the owner of Atlanta Production Factory. My colleagues that work with me every day can tell you don't worry about my bottom line. So part of my campaign is to restore economics. This was an empty warehouse, 20,000 square foot warehouse. That when I came in here, I had a vision. A vision, not just to film and production, but a vision to create economic resources, economic revenue. That's what this is. Normally we would walk by this place and be like, man, it's just an empty warehouse. But now, money being made in here, content being shot in here, businesses being built in here. So, when you look at your economics, it's all about what you put into it and what you want out of it. You know about my economics, education. How many of y'all, all of y'all are college students? I think the one is the only one that said he didn't go to college. Everybody else is college students, right? Do you know anybody that's smart, but they don't want to go to college? You know somebody, right? You know somebody? Everybody don't want to go to college. They don't want to go to college. I'm sorry. So that I want to go to.
I said, I don't really know what for the technical skills. You know, that's defined by different things. It's something that you can just wonder at the meeting. You just wonder at that. That's why I want to say, I don't know.
So that makes y'all exceptional almost, because y'all don't go to college. And there's a whole lot of other people that don't want to go to college that if they had the opportunity to go into career development, that's what we just talked about our economics and our money. So traditionally the system has not been set up to take care of those people. Y'all are the system. Y'all the ones in the future. Y'all the ones that are going to set up the system first. So one of the things that I want to help do with this position is about creating career development. It's called workforce education feeder system. It's like investing into your educational system from the same standpoint that college is investing into middle school and Mike football, because they know those people are going to be good, they know they're going to be coming up, and they're going to invest in that organization now so that way they can be in their system and they already be aware of it. Imagine if you had career development in film and media, or I was just looking at the news today and it was this company. How many of y'all rode by Cumberland Mall in Cobb County? And nobody? Cobb County, Cumberland Mall has a new building. It's the tallest building in Cobb County. It's called TKE Elevators. I was like, wow. The man said, imagine if a fifth grader knew about the elevator industry at the fifth grade level, how good they would be at a certain point. Or how easy would it be for them to go into into a career after that. All of y'all are going to graduate from college with a degree, right? What happens when you apply for a job without experience? not. You know what happens? You don't get the job. That's the same sentiment, right? So what if you add the experience? Prime example, Khalil, 5 years down the line, he says, I want to continue to be a director. What is this right here? It's experience. He can put it on his resume. He can say that he did that. When I ran in 2018, one of the biggest things that I was saying was media and film production. I didn't have Atlanta production back at the time, but it was already part of my purpose, or my mission. And we're trying to seek this office as well as trying to be successful in this office to be able to live what I taught. And so, involving you all in the media industry, you might say, yeah, we just did an event, or yeah, we just did a production. I was just there, I just consulted on it. You can take that and put that on your resume, that's yours, that's valuable. Nobody can take that away. Nobody can say you didn't do it because you know you did it. That's experience. You start building up large internship, things like that. Those are things that I want to do. I can put a plan together, but it's not going to be perfect without your input. It's not going to be important without you. It's not going to be important enough without your inclusion. Part of what my political mission is political involvement, political inclusion. I remember I started knocking on doors for my dad in 2005 in the hot Georgia summer for free. I was like, man, I could be at home playing video games, I could be doing whatever else outside of here. 2005, that was 17 years ago. Now, fast forward 12 years from that, I was able to put that on my resume and say that's when I started my political aspirations. That's my political experience. So I took an experience or an opportunity that I was given and I was able to put it on my resume later that allowed me to be able to make money. That's what it did for me. It gave me knowledge, but it gave me an opportunity to make money. I made thousands and thousands of dollars being a consultant on campaigns because I started out knocking on doors for free for my dad. And since I've been doing that, I started other people in the same direction that I did by giving them the opportunity to knock on doors and have that political inclusion by talking to voters. So, now that we done said all that, I want to talk about y'all. We got 4 microphones, right? So, this is your opportunity, one at a time, respect, speaking clear and loud, to start telling me something as a young person that you feel is overlooked. So y'all, there's a big disconnect between us because, I'm gonna tell you the truth, we don't understand some of the language, man. I know we created this language when we were young, but now we don't understand some of your language. Like, I like certain words like big. That's y'all word or that's our word? Is that our word? I like cap. That's y'all word, but I like it. But the crazy thing about it is, people been capping for hundreds of years. They just called it capping now. They called it flexing back in the day. You know? So it's all about the adaptation of time and being able to get down with what y'all talking. Because y'all saying the same thing. Now, unfortunately, the clothes that y'all wearing, we already wore them. I just want to let y'all know, y'all didn't invent the style that y'all got right now. Y'all might have put the Jordans on, but y'all, it's not that we wearing Jordans right now. So it's a cycle. So it's our opportunity as the generation preceding you to bridge the gap between what makes y'all comfortable in your communication. It started from slavery. Slaves communicated in a certain type of way to be able to get the information out. So part of my job and everybody around me is to ensure that we are opening up that door for that. So this is it. One at a time. Who want to go first? Who want to say something first? Go ahead. I seen a couple people grab the mic real hard and hold it like, ah. So I'm sitting down.
I'll start off with the first question. Just to reintroduce myself, my name is Sandtown. I'm a sophomore biology major, Spanish minor from Charlotte, North Carolina. And my first question for you is, why do you think ages between 18 to 35 don't go out with
All right. Ages 18 to 35. I want to think about what I was doing at 18. I quit school around that time. Dropped out of high school. I think that I was focused more on what the world had to offer me instead of what I should have been really doing. Yeah, you don't regret something unless you go back and fix it. I went back, got my GED, got my high school diploma, and got associate. But at that period of my life, I felt like I was in a transition that nobody was really checking me. In order for me to be able to have all this accountability when I was younger and to quit school at that point, I felt alone. I think that part of it is the connection and the communication about what you want. I remember being younger and feeling like people would say, "Oh, you need to learn a little bit more. You need to." So they didn't take my knowledge and appreciate it for what I was putting out at the time. And that could be a big, huge case in the disconnect between why people don't trust government, why people don't think it affects them, because it definitely does. You ever heard somebody say, "It don't affect me, I ain't worried about it"? As soon as you walk out, matter of fact, as soon as you wake up, you ain't even got to walk out your door. It's affecting you. You're being regulated by some laws or policy. So I really believe that the younger generation needs a certain level of input into policy and legislation. But it has to be, it's almost like things like this. This is extremely important. People should be in it. There's so many different meetings and functions and things that if people home in on, they'll be able to realize their connection to it. So our first responsibility as politicians, as leaders, is to create a connection between you and what we're asking you to vote for, or the connection between you and what we're asking you to get part of. And so my biggest answer to that is more political inclusion. So instead of me coming to you when a decision is already made, I think we should come to you before the decision is made and get your input. And maybe when you give your input, now you're invested into it, so that may make you get more interested in it. I hope, and you, right now, we ain't gonna get one correct answer, but we get the opportunity to start trying. So when we present the situation, we start bringing solutions that will help. So my first solution that I think is political inclusion by including politics. All the way from the bottom to every part of it, all the way to the decision making to the end.
You said that you had dropped out of school. How would you say that decision impacted your path? Would you say that your path was easier, or to get to where you're at, or if you would do school, finish school, probably went to college, with that took some stress or certain things, or eliminated certain things that didn't need to happen?
Well, first of all, I really was disappointed in myself. I really regret it. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story, right? This is how I had to start putting pressure on myself, right? And when I was younger, I considered myself legal. So, but anybody ever heard somebody say that when you tell one lie, you gotta keep telling another lie, you gotta keep telling another lie? So, I remember that, matter of fact, the one, he just helped me with that question. All y'all did a whole round table circle about where y'all go somewhere, right? Imagine being a person who's sitting in a seat who thought they were smart, but didn't achieve those things, so you start to feel dumb. And so, one of the number one things that what a person will do in that sense is, let me automatically lie about it. Let me automatically say that I did it. How they gonna know, right? So I used to say, Yeah, I graduated from high school. Y'all college students, so you ever had those conversations with alumni or something, and they might be like, yeah, so where did you go to school? I'm like, man, where did you major in? And I remember, matter of fact, I remember I was at, let me stay on subject, let me get this one. So I used to lie about it. I used to say that I graduated from high school until I remember I took this girl to go see my mom, right? And I think I was doing something, trying to show off or something, like, I don't know if we was playing basketball or something, I was trying to show off. The girl was sitting right there with my mom, so I was away from the conversation. And, you know, she may have said something along the lines of, hey, Mike is a good guy. My mom would say, yeah, you know, I love my baby. I just want to graduate from high school. I'm like, I told her I was graduating from high school already. And so that right there was so much pressure on me as a young man to want to go get my stuff together and want to go get it right, because I was disappointed in the failure of the fact that I had to lie about it, especially when I knew I had the ability to be able to achieve more. That's why I didn't give up. I remember in 2012, I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Democratic National Convention was held in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I got invited to a series of parties by a United States Congressman from Louisiana. At the time, he was in Louisiana because there was a hurricane approaching New Orleans. This was after Hurricane Katrina. So he couldn't make it to Charlotte. He didn't want to appear to his constituents to be partying while there was a natural disaster on the horizon. So he said, y'all can have all the access to my parties and things, right? So I ended up at a private party at Bob Johnson's house. Who knows who Bob Johnson is? Nobody knows Bob Johnson is. First black millionaire ever. Founder of BET. Now y'all know who Bob Johnson is. I was at Bob's house. So imagine me as I'm like, man, I'm in the first black billionaire's house. It's all type of people around. All type of big political people. Judge Mathis was there. Judge Mathis walked up and he said, this was that first time I had a chance to try to make it right. Judge Mathis was talking to me in my home, right? He said, so what college you go to? Talking to my home. I went to West Georgia, West Georgia, and I was listening, they was talking, they was having a little camaraderie. Meanwhile, I'm standing right there like, damn, I'm saying. And I remember I told Judge Mathis, I said, yeah, Judge Mathis, I quit school, man, but I'm going back, I'm fighting back, I'm getting everything right, I'm trying to do this. Judge Mathis said, I did too. So while I was immediately embarrassed, thinking I was talking to somebody with a success story, he had the same story that I did. So that was that part of their resilience, man, that helped me be able to not give up and be able to try to reroute myself. I think the reason why I quit then, I think I just wanted to be wrong. I regretted it then. You know why I don't regret it now? Because I can sit right here and tell you that I did something about it, so that's some motivation to do. So I don't regret it. That doesn't mean that I'm asking kids to drop out of high school because don't do it. I'm telling my 12-year-old don't do it. Stay focused. Next question. Oh, well, did that answer? Whose question was it? Yours?
No.
Did that answer your question? Don't all jump at once. And the adults can get in on the conversation. Now, Mr. Dion, don't pass the mic. All right.
I don't have a question, however, I do want to go back when you talked about 18 and 35 of the connection. I also feel like the reason why adults can relate to that age group